Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news, all right. Folks, buckle up because what's swirling around in NFL circles right now could be a game changer for the Packers and the entire NFC North. Rumors are swirling that Roquan Smith, the star linebacker from the Baltimore Ravens, might be heading to Green Bay. Yeah, you heard that right. The whispers started to pick up earlier this year, and now, according to reports from Adam Schefter and other insiders, there's serious talk about a trade that could reshape the Packers' defense and give them a major boost heading into the second half of the season. If this move happens, it's not just about adding another talented piece. It's about making a statement that Green Bay is all in on contending again, especially with the playoffs looming and the NFC tightening up. Now let's take a closer look at what's making this rumor so compelling. Roquan Smith, since entering the league, has been a force to be reckoned with. Last season, he put up some eye-popping numbers, tallying 112 solo tackles, which puts him right in the top 5 among all linebackers. That's the kind of production you want in the middle of your defense. Not only that, but Smith also contributed with 2 interceptions, 8 sacks, and an 89.8 grade from PFF, which is outstanding for a linebacker. His EPA per tackle at -0.12 shows how efficient he is when making plays. His coverage grade of 82. 4 and 15 tackles for loss demonstrate that he's versatile, able to disrupt both the run and pass games. His career stats, over 12 tackles and 28.5 sacks, combined with 3 All-Pro nods, make him one of the premier linebackers in the league today. Standing at 61 and weighing around 232 pounds, Smith is built for the middle of the field. His instincts are exceptional, often making split-second decisions that turn games around. He's a natural playmaker with a missed tackle rate of just 8%, and he's been known to force 20 fumble recoveries over his career. Sure, he's had some injury hiccups. A back injury caused him to miss 2 games last season. But overall, his impact when healthy is undeniable. His run-stop rate in 2025 hit around 28%, a number that rivals some of the best in the league. And when you compare him to Fred Warner, who's often considered one of the best linebackers in the NFL, Smith's presence on the field is almost as impactful. So why would the Ravens consider trading Smith? Well, it's partly financial. Baltimore is facing a roughly $15 million over the cap this year, and with Lamar Jackson's contract negotiations still ongoing, they've got some tough decisions to make. They're also focusing on younger linebackers like Trenton Simpson, who's showing promise. Smith's contract, which carries a $22 million cap hit post-peak, makes it a complicated situation. The Ravens might be looking to shed some salary to focus on their QB and youth development, and that's where the Packers see an opportunity. Green Bay, known for their savvy cap management in recent seasons, could absorb Smith's contract through some creative maneuvers, especially if they believe he can be the missing piece to elevate their defense. And what would Smith bring to the Packers? Well, for starters, he'd be a true middle anchor, a sideline-to-sideline leader who can elevate the entire unit. Pairing him with Devondre Campbell and Key Walker would create one of the most formidable linebacker groups in the league. It's a move that would boost tackle efficiency by around 16%, according to early projections, and significantly reduce points allowed per game, potentially by 5 points or more. His presence would also improve their run defense, which has struggled at times this season. Against the Bears' offensive line, for example, adding a linebacker like Smith could make all the difference in shutting down the run game, which has been a key focus for Green Bay. Looking at the bigger picture, a move like this could catapult the Packers into the upper echelon of NFL defenses. Historically, when teams like the Jets acquired C.J. Mosley back in 2019, it immediately boosted their linebacking core and overall defensive ranking. Green Bay could be on the verge of a similar jump, especially with Smith's instincts and playmaking ability. His addition could push their defensive ranking from the middle of the pack to a top 4 unit, which is exactly what they need if they want to contend for a deep playoff run. Remember, the Packers are still in the hunt for a Super Bowl and bolstering their defense, especially with a player of Smith's caliber, could be the key to unlocking their championship potential. Now let's talk about what this means for the NFC and the Packers' Super Bowl chances. The odds for Green Bay to win the Super Bowl have already been climbing, from plus 800 to plus 550 according to Caesars. Adding a player like Smith would give them a massive boost, especially considering his experience and leadership. He's a sideline general, a guy who's accumulated over 200 tackles in his career and knows how to perform under pressure. His presence could sway close games in Green Bay's favor, especially against tough opponents like the Bucs or the Eagles, where stout run defense and smart playmaking are essential. Smith's ability to stuff the middle and disrupt opposing offenses would make Green Bay's defense much more unpredictable and dangerous. Looking ahead, the trade deadline is rapidly approaching, and the anticipation is mounting. If the Packers pull the trigger, it would send a clear message to the league that they're serious about making a deep playoff run. It's a move that could energize the fan base, rally the team, and put the NFC on notice. The rivalry with division foes like the Vikings and Bears would intensify even more, knowing Green Bay has added a superstar linebacker capable of changing the course of games. And let's not forget, the Packers have a rich history of making bold moves at the deadline, and this could be the next chapter in their quest for another Super Bowl title. In conclusion, acquiring Roquan Smith would be more than just a roster upgrade. It would be a strategic statement, a clear sign that Green Bay is all in. His instincts, leadership, and playmaking ability could be the difference makers in their playoff push. The NFL landscape is shifting, and the Packers are right in the thick of it, positioning themselves for a strong postseason run. With Smith on board, their defense becomes a whole lot scarier, and their chances of hoisting Lombardi Trophy number 14 increase significantly. It's a move that fans have been dreaming about, and if it happens, it could very well define this season for Green Bay. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster trade? Are you all in on adding Roquan Smith to the roster? Do you think this would push the Packers over the edge and into Super Bowl contention? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Packers. We're all riding this ride together, and your voice is important. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. This season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and with moves like this possibly happening, the future looks incredibly bright for Green Bay. Let's keep the faith, stay loud, and get ready to cheer our Packers all the way to another Super Bowl victory.